US Vice President Vance arrives in India for first official visit to meet Prime Minister Modi today. US Vice President JD Vance on Monday arrived at Palam airport for his first official visit to India. He is being accompanied by his Indian origin wife Usha Vance and their children, as well as senior members of the US administration. Hoardings of Vice President Vance were also put up near Palam airport ahead of his arrival today. Vice President Vance's 4-day official visit to India runs from April 21st to 24th. Vice President Vance is scheduled to meet with Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi today. A formal meeting between Vice President Vance and Prime Minister Modi is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. at the Prime Minister's official residence, 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. Their discussions can focus on strengthening economic trade and defense cooperation between the two countries. Following official meetings, the Vance family is set to visit Jaipur and Agra. Vice President Vance will travel to Jaipur on Tuesday. On April 23rd, he is scheduled to visit Agra. The world famous UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Taj Mahal, is being prepared for upcoming visit to Vice President Vance. The monument, which has welcomed many global leaders over the years, will now see Vice President Vance and his wife walking through the mausoleum and admiring its timeless beauty. Earlier in 2020, US President Donald Trump visited the Taj Mahal along with First Lady Melania Trump. Meanwhile, as JD Vance embarks on his visit to India with his family, the small village of Vadluru in the West Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh is abuzz with anticipation. Vadluru is the ancestral home of Usha Vance, Ni Chilkuri, the wife of Vice President Vance, and locals are hopeful the couple will visit their village during their time in the country. The visit has sparked a wave of excitement and emotion among villagers who take great pride in Usha's achievements. Vance's visit to India will conclude on Thursday, April 24th, with his departure from the country at 6:40 a.m. The visit is also crucial as all relevant issues between India and the United States will be discussed during the upcoming visit of US Vice President JD Vance from April 21st to 24th, which is expected to strengthen bilateral ties further, said Minister of External Affairs spokesperson Randir Jaiswal. During the weekly media briefing last Thursday, when asked about the possibility of tariff discussions, Jaiswal said, "We have a comprehensive strategic global partnership. When you have that level of partnership with any country, obviously you will discuss all relevant issues." He added, "Of course, our relationship is such that we are doing anything that is part of our human endeavor from part of our bilateral engagement. So all these bilateral issues will be discussed, and we are very positive that the visit will give a further boost to our bilateral ties." Jaiswal also highlighted the ongoing discussions between India and the US regarding a potential trade agreement. "We are talking to the US side so that a bilateral trade agreement can be done," he said. Earlier, JD Vance and his family concluded their 3-day visit to Italy, where he held bilateral meetings and attended religious services during the Easter weekend. Vance arrived in Italy on Friday and held expanded bilateral meetings with Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. On Saturday, he met with church officials, including Vatican Secretary of State Cardinal Pietro Parolin. The Vice President concluded his visit on Easter Sunday after a meeting with Pope Francis. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone. Bye.